Que lo que? Platano here, and welcome back to another webisode on the Joel Show. So today I want to talk about there's something on mine. I completely forgot about in that last part what I did that it just popped in my head after I had finished that video. But I have my cards right here and everything. So there's one thing I want to talk about, and that is TikTok. I don't think I've talked about TikTok at all on the channel. I don't think I have. I talked about every other social media platform, but not that. But I want to talk about it today because this is something I've been, this is something on my mind about it. I want to talk about and what I've been hearing about, what I've been seeing about online all the time, especially on like Twitter and Instagram and shit like that. And is that, TikTok is one of the worst things that ever come to this new generation, pretty much. One of the worst things to come because it's just so like bad. It's like such a bad influence and stuff on this younger generation. And like everywhere you go, that's all people talking about. This young generation, they love TikTok, and I don't know why. Like it's so ridiculous. And I know a lot of females like using it. From what I know, there's a lot of females that love TikTok. I don't really see any guys that like TikTok. TikTok. I don't know many guys, that I talk to and stuff like that online and stuff. They don't even use TikTok. But it's mainly a female thing. And some dudes, but it's mainly a female thing. They love TikTok. They love doing these stupid dances they like to do in the videos and stuff like that. Or or pranks. That's another thing I've been seeing a lot too. Like a lot of those guys that use TikTok like to do a lot of these stupid pranks and shit like that. That be having them ended up in the hospital and stuff like that, having to get surgery and stuff. Because these stupid challenges they like to do and all that. There's always some crazy shit they be doing. And it's like, damn, like this is what the new generation has become. Like like this is what stuff they doing on TikTok and nonsense like that. Like like I feel like that stuff is just messing up these people, it's messing up the generation, internet in general. Like like internet in general is like because with the internet, it's like I feel like a lot of people like the younger generation say a lot of these younger generation of people when it comes to the internet, they don't really look up things that's like a positive, like good things. There's always something negative you're looking at, something bad, or, some bad influential thing or a person. When it comes to certain celebrities now, like a lot of these new and upcoming rappers and stuff like that, or like pop artists and stuff. I don't know any of them because I don't really listen to music of today. I usually listen to my old school music. You guys already know that. For you guys have been watching my dance videos, you hear the music is always old school reggaeton songs and stuff like that. Dembao, bachata, and all that shit. But when it comes to like rap, R&B, and all that new stuff, not my cup of tea. I mean, I used to like a little bit of rap back then, like years ago, like back in high school days. And same thing with R&B and stuff like that, and pop. Well, pop, I also liked. I would say like the mid 2000s and stuff like that. Yeah, like the mid 2000s, like my old crew and stuff. Because they like pop, so a lot of songs they introduced me to and stuff. Especially because I used to listen. I mean, hang out. I was say listen to a lot of, but hang out with a lot of females. They introduced me to a lot of songs back then from people like Katy Perry and stuff like that, and it was good songs. But like this new generation now of like rappers and stuff like that is just terrible, and like the lyrics and stuff is negative, talking about drugs and sex and violence and stuff like that, and it like influencing these kids and like just messing them up, and that's why these things are not good. Like TikTok and all this shit is messing up the new generation. It's like it's poisoning their minds pretty much, and not only that, it's a Chinese app. Like, why would I trust those people with my information and stuff? I don't understand why why it's so popular, especially in Chinese app. But I hear they've been stealing a lot of people's information and stuff with that shit, and they're the ones who's messing up these kids too. With that app, and I would never use it mainly for that reason alone. I'm not installing no Chinese apps like that, especially with my information on there. But this younger generation not gonna care about that shit. They're just gonna they'll just download it, make an account because all the other friends have it, so they just follow the trend. And everything. Just followers, because that's all this new generation is about. Just following people. They can't like be a leader, and set their own like standards or things like that. It's like they just follow another person. And if if that person if they don't do if they don't like follow that trend, they feel like they won't fit in pretty much, or their friends will make fun of them or loud, all that shit. And this is messed up with this new generation. But at the TikTok, I feel like it's the worst one now. Like I used to talk so bad about like Facebook and shit, back then, and Instagram and Twitter. But I feel like this one cuts it. It definitely cuts the cake with being the most like poisonous, I should say, social media platform for this new generation. Because this is shit they do on there, and the dangerous pranks they be doing on there, or this dumb shit. It's just come on, and then dancing, like come on, like really. I don't see the point of it. Like I really don't. Like what's the point of TikTok? It's like it's the same thing as like Instagram. It's the same thing. You're posting videos and stuff or Snapchat. Like you're posting videos like short clips of you doing some stupid shit, or like taking pictures or whatever. Like what's the point of it? Like I don't see like the point or like why is it so interesting to people? Like why do people see this as like like the next best thing? Like I don't see any point in it. Like what is it? Like it sucks. Like that's something I'll never ever use because I don't like apps that's just like social media platforms where it's just basically videos, like strict video that you can only post videos and pictures and that's it. I don't like that. So that's why I already don't be using Instagram like that. Like as bad as Facebook is, which I don't like, and also Twitter as well. But at least with those, you can like type up things. You can type things, type out like how you feeling and stuff like that, and send it. Or you can send and you can send pictures, and you can send pictures and videos. So you can do all three. On TikTok you can't do that stuff. Or am I wrong? Can you do those things? Because from what I know you can't. But anyway, it still sucks. It's not something I use, and I feel like it's really messing up this new generation, and stuff like that. But I'm not really gonna put all the blame on TikTok. I'm just talking about the internet in general, because like now, it's just poisonous. Internet is just poisonous for a lot of people, And I'm not really gonna say put all the blame on social media. That's most of it, but a lot of it's to do with a lot of these celebrities. A lot of these music artists that these kids look up to now, and it's always the bad ones they're looking up to. It's always the bad ones. It's never the good ones. You notice. Why you guys never look up to positive role models? Why does it always have to be a negative one? Like somebody who's doing something bad, somebody who's doing drugs and stuff like that. Like why? Like I don't understand that. Like there's one guy, what's his name? It's one of those new. I think he's one of those new rappers. I think his name is Travis Scott or something like that. And I think I think it was last year, if I'm not mistaken, when he had a some concert in Texas, I believe, and where like it was like crazy where some people died or something like that, like they trampled over people, something like that. I don't know what happened, but or that people was doing drugs there, like popping pills and stuff like that because he does that stuff. So that's the type of people you guys look up to, like somebody who does that shit and then you guys copy it. That's not a positive role model, So like that's crazy. When I heard that, I was like, wow, because I heard it and I also seen it on Twitter. Like I seen the video clips and stuff of that what happened at that event. I even spoke to my, like close friend. And whenever we walk, we always like talk about certain things going like, certain current events and shit that happened, at that time when we walking. So we had talked about that and everything. And yeah, like I didn't know that this is the type of person he is and stuff. Because he knows more about these newer rap artists and stuff. Not I don't. This is not something I listen to. It's more of his. He likes that type of music, but not like the new stuff. But he likes rap, but the old stuff. But still, he knows these new people. So he's the one who's explaining everything to me and stuff like that. Like, oh, I didn't know that he was that type of person. Like, like damn, that's crazy. Like, that's the new rappers we have now. Like, like just doing drugs and shit, and then pushing that on the fans. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's not good at all. That's dangerous. That's just sad. It's sad. Like I don't know what happened to this world. Like this world's a mess. Especially this country is a mess. It's a mess. It's like ever since like 2020, it's like this country's been upside down now. It's like I don't know what to say anymore. It's sad. It's also depressing and everything like that. Try to keep my spirits up and everything. Talk to God and everything like that. Just pray. Just to keep my mind just calm and like just set and just tranquil and stuff like that because everything that's going on now is just it's crazy. It's terrible in this world now, man. Really bad. Like I say it every day. I say it all the time. I say it on the channel a lot of times as well in videos where I really wish there was a time machine to go back in time. Go back in time, correct a lot of shit so we didn't have to deal with this stuff now. Things like that. Like I really wish I can go back in time and go back to the early 2000s. That's the best times of my life. Or even start out in the late 90s or something like that. Just start me there and let me start over again with my same mindset now that I have now and everything like that. I miss those days, man. It was the best times of my life and everything. It was the best times in the in life, I should say, of life and stuff like that. And it's not the same anymore. It just sucks, man. And it's like damn, like this world's a mess, And then you have these stuff that's just really destroying, these young kids' minds. That's why a lot of them now are like in gangs or every kid now has like guns now. So you hear there's like a lot of shootings now here in New York City where a lot of these people, a lot of these shootings, is happening with young people, like kids in high school and shit that have guns now. Like that's crazy. Like what kind of world we live in now? So this stuff is to blame, social media is to blame. These new, so like rap artists and other shit that these kids worship now. You know, instead of worship, why would you worship another person instead of worshiping God or something? They worship these bad influences. Like just plain old human beings like yourself, just worse. That these are people you guys worship. And you become just like them, and that's why a lot of you guys end up in jail, dead, or whatever. And this it's not right. Like I don't like what's going on in this world, especially like I said here in the U.S. in this state. This is one of the worst here, Chicago and what's it, California. I think that's like the three worst, the worst states right now, and everything like that. It's sad. Like I said, I miss the old days. I miss people was not like that. Not everything was about guns back then. Like that's not how people resolved like a lot of these the issues with somebody. Back in high school, we didn't do that shit. When I had the gang I used to hang out with and stuff, like I wasn't really in it, but people thought I was. But the gang I used to hang out with, we didn't do that shit. Coming with guns or whatever. Like you have a problem with somebody, you fight. You fight them and that's it. And you go on with your business. That's that. Now it's like, oh, okay, this guy said this shit about me or whatever like that. Oh, I'm gonna get to bring a gun. Like that's messed up now. And like that's not how it used to be. Like especially now in school, like high schools now, they're not learning shit. A lot of these kids now, they just form gangs in these schools now, and they don't care about like graduating or passing the classes. They're just there just to hang out with their friends and just cause problems and shit. Or like I said, bringing guns to school and like just looking for a girl or guy or whatever like that, and that's that. Like that's not right. Like this generation is fucked. That's all I'm gonna say. It's fucked, and I feel like it's not gonna get any better unless we have like stricter people. I should say more strict people. I should say. I don't know if stricter is a word, but more strict people. In power, or whatever like that, to kind of like change these people's minds, like like force it, I should say. Like what you're doing is wrong and something needs to be done. But it's not really that, I should say. Sorry, I should like cut back on what I just said, like go back on what I said. It's more the parents. It shouldn't be somebody else that has to discipline your kids, your child, your own child or whatever. That's something that that should be in the household. So I do blame the parents of today, because a lot of these younger parents now, they're not gonna know about kids, like parenting and shit. They wasn't brought up good either, so how can they take care of a kid if they can't even take care of themselves? They never came out the right way. So how will their kids come out the right way? So I blame the parents, And a lot of what they say is true in the news, where they say like a lot of these kids, like in gangs now, these usually black kids, not gonna sugarcoat it. It's usually done with the problem, with the violence and the crime going on. A lot of them now they don't have a father figure, so it's just they have their mom. So of course they're not gonna listen to their mom and shit like that. So that's why a lot of them are like that. And we're just like wild beasts and shit like that, always ready to fight people and kill and stuff. That's not how it should be, and it's wrong, So it's not just TikTok. So yeah, so I know I straight away talked about the things, but it all ties into it as well, because social media is also to blame. Whatever they see on social media, they follow, and it's always the bad things. It's always the bad things they do. It's never something good, and it's like, damn, like what's going on now with this world? Like this just sucks. Like I said, I miss the old days. Back in the days, in high school and stuff like that. That's not how we resolved that issue, was bringing guns to school and shit. Like no, and we was all, it was in gangs, and stuff like that. We didn't do that, and it's like, come on, that's not how it should be. I miss my high school days. Like damn, it was so fun back then. We used to have like play fights sometimes too and everything. And so it was good, but you don't get that shit now. You probably play fight with somebody, they'll get mad and like take out a gun on you or something and shoot you and stuff. Like it's just dangerous now, So I could, like I said, I can only imagine how high school is now. Like imagine me, being a teenager not going to high school. How would that be? It would not be good. It would not be good. So I'm happy that I grew up during the right times, and everything like that. It just sucks now, being a young adult in this day and age where all this shit is going on now. It sucks. I'm not happy with it. Maybe I should have been born a little bit later, down the line where now I'll probably be like 50, 60 years old at this time, in 2022. But it's whatever, like I still appreciate life. I shouldn't complain about it, nothing like that. But I just try to appreciate life and everything. Just thank God every day for another day and everything, and just hoping everything gets better and all that other stuff. But yeah, that's about it. So that's really what I want to talk about. I know I strayed away from topic to talk about the things, but like I said, they all tie into that and stuff like that. But this generation is messed up, screwed up. Social media is to blame. Like I said, it's mainly TikTok to blame, because that's like the number one thing that people use now, these young generation now. It's not even like Instagram anymore or Snapchat. I don't even hear people used to talk about Snapchat. Back then, a lot of people used to talk about that, but I don't even hear people talking about that stuff anymore. So yeah, so it's like damn. But yeah, so that's about it. So let me know what you guys think and everything. I still feel like I have spoke about TikTok before. I would feel I have. Maybe I'm getting mixed up with Instagram. I don't know. I just felt like I talked about it already when I was talking about like females dancing and stuff. Kind of had that deja vu, but whatever. If I talked about it again, whatever. But I did talk about other stuff as well. In this video and this webisode, I should say, and all that good stuff. But like I said, I want to do more videos like this. I would like to do like more like what's it like having special guests like I used to do back in the days and stuff, and do more videos talking about certain topics. I want to do that again too. Like I haven't done that in years and years. Like oh lord, I miss the days, man. Days of life. Everything was as good in my life. Everything was as good in the world. Like this is a mess. But yeah, but that's about it. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like, comment, all that good stuff. Definitely appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time for another webisode on The Joel Show. Peace.